Vaisi.
Thank you, sir. Sir, I stand to oppose this bill as usual. Sir, I want to know from the Honourable Minister, this inclusion of crime syndicate, section 9(6), which you amend and introduce the concept of an organized crime syndicate. And say anyone involved in possession, manufacture, sale, transfer of firearms on behalf of an organized syndicate. Now, this particular definition of an organized crime syndicate is exactly as the Makoka Act has about the organized crime syndicate. Now, I want to know from the Honourable Minister, when the Maharashtra Assembly had enacted that particular Makoka Act under the state list. Now, Union has no power to interfere in the state's power to investigate, prosecute and penalize the original crime. And making laws pertaining to law and order is a state subject. So, organized crime is within the exclusive purview of state. Union cannot make any laws in this regard. And sir, may I point out to you that under Article 240 is very clear. States are supreme when it comes to legislation pertaining to state list, and you are supreme when it comes to union list. Why are you interfering in the state list? You know, is there a legislative gap which you are trying to fill it up? And furthermore, when I read the bill, the government offers no explanation of why it was necessary to incorporate organized crime syndicate under Arms Act. And sir, why is the government using these incidental legislation to expand the scope of the original purpose of the Arms Act to include organized crime? You know, the Constitution does not allow this. I mean, day in, day out, this government does not believe in, in federalism. They want to trample upon the state list. Now, this inclusion of crime syndicate by amending section 9(6), you are completely encroaching on the state list. I request to you, the Honourable Home Minister, that please take it back. Second point, sir, I would make an earnest request to the government that no public representative, whether MP, MLA, should not get security from the government, unless until there is a threat perception to him, or there is a real threat. Now, this having security guards with MPs and MLAs, it has become a status symbol. I have seen with my own eyes in my state that some of them go and buy grocery security guards. You make a law that no MP, MLA should get any security. And in turn, what you do, that I have not taken security in my whole political life of last 26, 27 years. You give me more licensed weapons. Please give me. Why should an MP, MLA get security from government? Why should this be a taxpayer burden? Give it to the common man. Day in, day out, we see women being raped. We don't have infrastructure, logistical things to provide security to common. Why should MP, MLA have? Unless and until you yourself, or what we call Urdu, you are a zalim, you are a murderer. If an MP, MLA has facing a case of murder, MP, let you face it. Sir, that is third point, sir. Now, why I oppose this bill is that you see NCRB data, which many members talked about. Crime, NCRB report says 53 cases were registered under Arms Act of 1959. 63,219 arms were seized, which were licensed. 63,219 arms were seized. Out of that, only 3,525 were from people who had licensed weapons, and unlicensed was 59,694. The problem is somewhere else. The problem is with arms from unlicensed people. From unlicensed, we know there are some states I don't want to mention over here, where there are factories which manufacture what we call kattas. Why are you not stopping them? Use UAP against them. You have made an act. So there is a more problem which I as a countryman is facing from unlicensed weapons, not from licensed weapons. Licensed weapons. Sir, then you come to 2014 data, sir. Only 14% of people, I'm concluding, only 14 people killed in gun violence was killed by illegal weapons. Similarly, all weapons seized under the Act were only 17% of legal firearms. Now, I want to know from Honourable Minister, sir, through the last point, why does this bill prohibit punishment for celebrity gunfire? In UP itself, sir, in 2013, 720 people, including 125 women, died in celebrity gunfire. Why do you require celebrity gunfire for what? You are getting married not to shoot a weapon in the air. You are getting married to a woman, or a woman is getting at a man. In that celebrity fire in 2013, and then the bill says, the bill prohibits punishment for celebrity gunfire. Any celebrity gunfire is attempt to murder. Simple as that. IPC should interfere. And that is why I once again request to you, sir, making it 2, not 3. What are you achieving? I don't know. You know the data of licensed people who have 3 weapons, 2 weapons, and single weapon. And lastly, sir, look at the contradiction of the government. You have liberalized manufacture of small arms. Manufacturers get to work with the liberalized, FDI is allowed 49%. And no additional approval from DIPP. Why? You are allowing 49% for manufacture small arms, and then you want to limit it. That is why I oppose this bill, sir. Thank you, sir.